Hey traders, welcome back to another daily profit and loss recap video. Today is Friday, July 28th. I just finished up trading for the morning and I locked in $307 in profits. Today has been my 11th profitable day in a row. I have a nice green streak going and all of the trades have been recapped here in these profit and loss recap videos on YouTube. So if you haven't seen them all already, make sure to go check up on those as well. But in this video, we're going to break down my trade today in the stock INPX, talk about my thought process and my entry and exit points, so that hopefully you can take something from my trading and apply it to your own. Now also make sure to stay tuned through the end of the video because we're going to talk more about the opening range breakout trading strategy, and I'm going to explain in detail the two ways that I like to take on that strategy for my own personal trades. Alright, so to get started, the only trade that I placed today was with the stock INPX. First and foremost, INPX was in the trade plans last night for the Market Master group. And the trade plans for this were that this was a potential bounce play here as it's nearly given back all of its gains from Tuesday's big spike. It's starting to bounce a bit in after hours trading already, so I'd like to get into a gap up with the 19-cent area being my risk level. Depending on volume, there's room to run back to 25 plus, so risk reward is pretty favorable. So those plans did change a bit at the market open because it did end up gapping up a bit more than I was expecting it to. So if we take a look at the post back here for INPX, originally what I was looking for at the market open was going to be that it was going to pull back into the 22-cent area. That's where I was initially going to be looking for that dip buy setup. And the goal from there was going to be, again, for it to ramp back up to 25 cents or higher. Now, the reason that I was looking at 22 cents is because if we take a look at the pre-market session here, we can see originally that was acting as a bit of resistance. We get this breakout above that level, pulls back into it, bounces off of it a few times, turns it into support. So clearly 22 cents has been a key level here for the entire extended hours trading session. But at the market open, it pulls back a bit, doesn't quite get down to the 22 cent level. So I decide to take a position in the 23s, risking off of that 22 cent level. So if it ends up pulling back down there and breaking down underneath that level of support, that's where I was going to look to cut losses on this trade. But I bought a few thousand shares at a time. I had a few different entries on this, and I ended up with 16,000 shares. My average cost was right under 24 cents per share. And this one definitely tested my patience, but we can see it did, of course, hold above that support level really nicely for the entire morning. Eventually started to push up through the VWAP here. And just within the past couple of minutes, we saw that it started to spike back into my profit target area, which was right around 26 cents. I locked in my profits, took $307 in profits on that trade. And although it is nothing crazy, it was a nice cushion to end the week. And I was able to add another day to the win streak with this trade alone. So very quickly, before we move on to the opening range breakout trading strategy and kind of the ins and outs of how to trade the strategy, I want to give a quick shout out to Goku Chan in the Market Master group. They said, thanks Master of the Market, plus $185 on INPX. Still new at this, and that's my biggest win so far. That is a great profit, and I love to see our team members making some money on these trades as well. So shout out to Goku Chan. Keep up the good work. All right, now with all of that being said, if you've been watching these profit and loss recap videos for a while, or if you're in the Market Master group, you probably know that one of the main strategies that I like to focus on is the opening range breakout trading strategy. So I just want to kind of clarify the ways that I look to tackle this strategy. There are a few ways to go about it. Not every situation is going to be the exact same. And because of that, I want to explain the two ways that I like to try to trade this. So first and foremost, let's take a look here at the chart for UFAB. UFAB was gapping up this morning in pre-market. That is step number one when you're looking for a stock for an opening range breakout, at least the way that I like to trade them. And that's just because these stocks that are gapping up in pre-market, if they then have an opening range breakout at the market open, that is a bullish sign for the stock continuing that momentum from the pre-market session into the market hours. So with UFAB, we have an opening range breakout here, which is going to be the high of the first few minutes. This is the 1 minute time frame here. So the high we can see is going to be just above 40 cents per share. We're going to go ahead and draw that line on our charts. This is going to be our opening range breakout level. When it comes to actually trading this, in my opinion, there are two ways to tackle this strategy. The first way is going to be to buy immediately into that breakout as soon as it starts to push above that opening range breakout level. And in that case, what you're doing is looking for a very quick scalp and you're looking to take quick profits into that momentum. So in this case, UFAB breaks above that level, pushes up to a high of 45 cents, and really that is exactly what you would be looking for if you're trading this opening range breakout strategy this way by buying immediately into that breakout. You want to take a quick profit at 5%, maybe 10%, and that's just because a lot of times the initial breakout does not hold on to its gains very well, and a lot of times it will pull back or even start to dump back down from that breakout level. So that type of trade I would consider definitely to be a scalp trade. You're usually in and out of those within a minute or two. But if you're someone that likes to be a little bit more patient with your trades and you want to deal with a little bit less volatility, the other way to go about trading the opening range breakout is to wait for it to break out. In this case, we would avoid buying immediately into that breakout, and you're going to let it then pull back to that breakout level and see if it acts as support. So in this case, we can see it does end up acting as support, pulls back to the breakout level, bounces right off of it, and from there we get a nice push up to new highs. So if you're trading it this way, you want to wait for it to form some kind of bullish candle, or maybe even form some kind of higher low above that opening range breakout level. You're then going to look to buy into that dip. Ideally, from there, you'll be able to lock in a portion of your profits into that previous high, which in this case was 45 cents. And then you would hold on to the rest of your shares for a push up to new highs. This way of trading the opening range breakout strategy, I would consider to be a little bit less risky because you're actually waiting for it to show that this level is going to act as support before you buy in. And that's going to help in preventing from buying into false breakouts that immediately come straight back down. So when it comes to which of those two ways you go about trading the opening range breakout strategy, that's going to really be dependent on your trading preferences, but I personally capitalize on both of them from time to time, so I wanted to break them down a little bit more and hopefully clear up how I look to tackle this trading strategy. Alright, so thank you for checking out this video. I hope you found some value in it. If you did, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you want to hear about these stocks that I'm trading in real time, as well as work with our team of traders, get access to our day trade and swing trade alerts, our detailed trade plans, our live custom scanner streams, and so on and so forth. All of that is available to our traders in the Market Master group, and there's going to be a link down below in the description for you to get signed up. But anyway, thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck with your trading.